Let's talk about what healthy men want. I'm super excited to dive into this. I'm going to keep it as short as possible, but I could talk about it all day. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Leah Lake. I've been a relationship coach for over 10 years, teaching all things masculine and feminine energy, attraction, law of attraction, energy healing, and all the good stuff. Okay, so what do healthy men want? And honestly, men are simple and predictable. And that is a good thing. And I mean that in the best way possible. I love men. um, and they become more predictable the more aware we are of healthy behavior patterns, unhealthy behavior patterns, and how much we trust ourselves. So much of it comes down to our own ability to trust our feelings. Um, okay, so a healthy man wants a woman who is self-aware, conscientious, aware of how powerful she is in the relationship dynamic and how her energy influences the energy around her. He's not going to articulate it like this. He's going to pick up on it subconsciously. Um, but it looks like a woman being integrated and whole. And the way I talk about this is, and you may have heard this tool, but I'm going to expand on it a little further. So I created a tool called the Life Raft, and everybody has a life raft. We do, and everybody else. And when we can start to intuitively feel if we are pulling people into ours or abandoning ours to get into somebody else's, and we learn to stay grounded in our own life raft, then we show up as a healthy relationship partner for somebody else. Most of the women who find me, this is where they are already. They are not in the beginning stages of learning about relationships, masculine and feminine energy, inner work. They've been doing it for years. Okay, so if you're watching this, most likely you already are in your own life raft. You're probably successful in your career, and the love and relationship area of your life is like your Achilles heel. That's where most of my clients are. Okay, so if a healthy man wants these things in a woman, and you're like, I have those things, like I am that woman, that's it. Okay, he just wants a woman who understands that it's not his responsibility to make her happy, although he has that inclination in his DNA to make his woman happy. And okay, so we have our life rafts. Now I want you to imagine this life raft as cake, okay? That you are the cake. And I want you to imagine that your man is frosting, and he's the frosting on your cake. And just notice what comes up for you. A man is never going to articulate it like this, okay? So if you're a man watching this, this is what's going on underneath. Because if a woman has, she's confident in herself, she's managing her life, she's not looking for anyone to save her, she just wants a man who can meet her on her level, and she doesn't feel like she's pulling him along or becoming his mother. She wants a man who it feels like they are on the same page. So another red flag that I'll talk about in another video is if you feel like you have to inspire a man's masculine energy, we don't do that here. Because it's more about if a man is coming into his life raft's coming up to yours, and he's healthy, you will naturally feel more relaxed, more in your feminine energy. So if you've done all this healing work and you don't feel like you're naturally in your feminine energy, then that's a sign, right? That you need, like, what's going on here. So feeling into a man being the icing on your cake. So if I imagine Trevor, my husband, as the icing on my cake, it's kind of a turn on. It's like, oh yeah, okay. It creates this it creates a softness in my body and a magnetism and attraction. And some women might think, well, I want to be the icing on his cake. And it's like, yes, because a man can feel when we are So a healthy man will unconsciously or subconsciously feel that we are appreciating him, that we are in our own life raft, but we have this, we are open to receive from him. And when we are that way, then it makes him want to make us the icing on his cake even more, which means he'll want to naturally do more, give more, but it becomes a beautiful energy exchange between two healthy relationship partners in their own life rafts, able to manage their own energy and then come together in a way that feels really nourishing and fulfilling and deeply connected and more intimacy. So okay, let me know what comes up for you with that. So if you imagine, like, what does a healthy man want? Well, he wants me to be centered in my own energy and my own life raft, which most likely you already are, and no one needs to be perfect. It's not like you can't, get out of your life raft on accident sometimes. Or what you don't want to do is pull him into yours. So we'll talk about that another time. But he wants you solid and grounded in your own life raft, imagining him as icing on your cake and feeling that that love and appreciation and just gratitude for who he is as a man. So he's not going to feel like you're trying to change him or get something from him or anything like that. He will feel like a free man, and he will be that much more drawn to you. So let me know what comes up for you with this.